Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is RS Floyd 84, finally coming back with another haul. Uh, been super busy. Still picking up books. Just haven't had time to do a haul. Um, so I got a lot of books to show. I picked up a lot, and then I'm gonna kind of show some of the man cave because some of the books I put on the wall and now I can't really take them down. So that'll be the next haul. This haul is all the books that I have down already that I was getting ready to put up and stuff. So I'll go ahead and show these now. So this is going to be numerous places, couple shows I went to, my local comic shop. As always, I've gotten some stuff off of them. Half price books. So this first batch of books is all going to be from Half Price recently. And I've been doing kind of a new thing. I'll show a couple. I still collect video games and I'll show some video games and stuff, but I'll keep that for the haul that I show the room. I got a lot of comic books this time. So let's get into the haul. This is Vampirella #1. This is a Joe Jusko cover. If you don't know who Joe Jusko is, he did the cards of the Marvel Masterpiece artwork on some of those years. I don't know what years he did, to be honest. I used to have a set of his cards. I think that was like 92 maybe. But basically, this is a cover by him while I picked it up. And this is all half price books. It was all $2. I picked this up. I'm not a big fan of Scotty Young, but here recently I've been looking at his artwork and I'm kind of starting to dig it. So I found this. This is Rocket Raccoon #11. I like this cover. I like how he got a kitchen sink up there. That's pretty cool. But I figure why not? Let's just get started on some Scotty Young and see if I can find some more. But I just picked that up. I like that cover. We got Witchblade, the collected editions. This is a Michael Turner cover, and this is the second print, which is rare. But I don't know who's collecting these. I just picked it up because I thought the cover was cool, and it's cool that it's a second print. Pretty low print run. Then I picked this up. I have no idea why. I do like the Pirates of the Caribbean, but this is Pirates of the Caribbean 1. This is the first appearance of Captain Jack Sparrow. Is that how he says it? I'm Captain Jack Sparrow. Oh, that's probably horrible. But anyways, pick that up. $2. I believe this is his first appearance in comics. I think he appeared in a magazine before this, but I think in comic format, this is his first appearance. So I just picked it up. I don't think it goes for very much. I don't think any of those books go for very much. But, you know, when you like a cover or you like something, like I said, I like the Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, my buddy picked these up from Half Price Books. Let me go ahead and show you. These are low print run G.I. Joe, the IDWs. Any of those issues are a pretty low print run. Probably like 7,000, 8,000, stuff like that. But basically, he picked these up and I made a trade. So technically, I paid about $2. So we made a trade for this. This is G.I. Joe 181. And this is G.I. Joe 183. G.I. Joe 184. Pretty cool covers, I guess. G.I. Joe 188. I love low print run stuff. It's just kind of cool to get a hold of those. G.I. Joe 189. And here recently I've been really digging the Transformers and the G.I. Joes. So I might as well pick them up. Okay, move those out of the way. Like I said, $2 a piece. That's not bad at all. I don't have really a place to fit this. So we got, and as you get into the 200s, they even get even lower. That's 199, 204, 207, which I like this cover. 208. So awesome cover there. And then we got 210. So that's all the G.I. Joes basically that I got in that trade. So pretty cool. Happy to add those to the collection. This was something I picked up today. Like I said, I've been looking for Transformers, and it was a number one. $5.95, but it's $5. All his books are that are $5.95 or $5 now. That's at my local comic shop. So Transformers number one. I think it's published by, I don't know what DW is. I didn't really do any research. Is that like a form of IDW? I don't know. But for $5, I picked it up. I like the cover, and it's a gatefold cover. Picked this up at Half Price Books. This was a little bit more expensive. It was $5, but it's that homage cover to the McFarlane Spider-Man cover, and that's Amazing Spider-Man Super Special. Part one. I think it's Planets of the Symbiotes, because this is actually the back cover. So pretty cool. It's like a flip book. So pick that up. Now we're going to get into a little bit of more expensive books. This is from my local comic shop. This is in super nice shape. Probably like a 9.8. But this book was expensive for the longest time. A lot of those Dark Horse Star Wars books were expensive. Now they're cheaper. So now I can buy them. I bought some in the past that I've gotten for cheap. But there was no way that I was going to pay prices. But I picked this up for $30. That's probably the fair market value. But it's the first appearance of Darth Annihilus. And he's probably one of the coolest Darth Lords of the Sith. He's so powerful that he can like be absorbed into the Force, I believe. And he's got a cool mask. If you've never heard of him, look him up. Really cool character. Decided to pick that up. It's also probably pretty hard to find. So, all right, moving right along. Now I picked up a bunch of horror books, and let me tell you, there's a lot of these type of horror books. So I picked up Friday. This is an eBay purchase. I ended up getting each of these books for like, it came out to like $13 if you put them all together. I paid like $60. Free shipping over $50 with this guy. So Friday the 13th, Abuser and the Abused, number one. Basically, she resurrects Jason to kill her abusive boyfriend, I think, or husband. Now, these Avatar books have all kinds of covers. And some of them, these are really hard to find. It's hard to find them in the wild. But I did find some at a show that I'll show you. This is Friday the 13th, number one. And these are all number ones. I think that's like, I'm not sure what cover that is, to be honest with you. This one is the issue number one wrap. So it has a wraparound cover. We got Friday the 13th, issue number one, body count. So some of these have different names of the issue. So, and then this was the last one, I believe, and I think it's a gore cover. Yeah, issue number one, gore. So that was the eBay purchase. So pretty cool. I'm gonna keep trying to find these books. Now this was all from a comic show, and I pretty much just picked up horror and one other book that I'll show you later that I've been looking for. But we got Cryptozoic Man. I love the comic book man. I probably said this before. I've been looking for this, and it was half off. It was $10, so I got it for $5. And was really super excited to find that. I got this. This is all, like I said, all from this show I went to in Indianapolis. This is Mad Monster Party, issue 1. And basically, I think this is based off a movie. I might be wrong on that. I can't remember. But basically, they made the number 1 issue, and it was supposed to be 4 issues, and they never came out with the other 3. So, pretty cool. Was happy to pick that up. And just like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street has the same type of covers for Avatar. So we have Nightmare on Elm Street #1. That's the bad guy cover. This is Nightmare on Elm Street #1. That is the wrap cover. I think if the issue 1, I think that might be like the cover A. But don't quote me on this. I'm just figuring this stuff out. I love horror. I wish I would have collected these a while back, but I never did. I always went after like big keys and Marvel and DC, and then like certain independent if it was a big key. But these horror books, I'm like addicted to trying to find. This is Nightmare on Elm Street issue #1. And this guy, he had everything for half off. So I want to say for most of these issues, I paid about $7.50 because he had like $15 on them. Except for some other ones I'll show you. This is that's issue #1. Shock is what it's called. This is issue #1. I believe Terror. So those are pretty cool. It's just these Avatar series. And then I got a couple more books off of them. I think I paid $10 or $15 for these. This is Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. Nightmare Warriors #4. And this is a connecting cover. I need to find Ash. And Freddy versus Jason versus Ash #2. So I do have more horror books. I will be showing them here in a minute. So really a lot of books. This is Dark Horse Presents 5th anniversary special. This is the first appearance of Sin City. So I think it's the first story of Sin City. Very cool book. It's bigger, so it's huge. Like, I can barely fit it in the Mylar, but I was going to double board it, but it didn't work out very well. So picked that up. Really cool. I like Sin City. And that was at my local comic show called Jim and Dan's. And then found this. This was at my local LCS. This is Transformers Lost Light. Really low print run. I'm going to try to get the whole series on that. So that's #1. I paid $20 for it. That's probably about the going rate. It might go for like 50, 35, something like that. This is X-Men #21. I picked this up at the same show. I picked up the Sin City book. Got it for... Sorry, there's a huge glare on this. Let me get my... Over here, maybe that'll help. You can still see it. Well, whatever. X-Men 21, I got this for... I think it was like $65. But it was super nice shape because he had 20% off. And then I was like, I think it took it down to 75, or it might have been 80. So I think I got it for 75 because I told him 70, and he said, "How about 75?" So pretty cool. I was looking for that. Here's a couple more. These were $50 a piece, but it was half off. This is the Indianapolis show where I got all the horror books. This is Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. This is a J. Scott Campbell cover. And these are like super hard to find. This one's probably, because this is like cover A, I believe. This is probably the most printed one. I paid $25 for that. And then this is the Ash cover. So now I'm on the mission to find the Jason cover. I looked on eBay. They're just too expensive. Or I'd have to buy all three again. So I'll just keep trying to look in the wild to see if I can find. I'll eventually probably come upon it. If I don't, oh well. I guess I just won't own it. All right. Then we got Texas Chainsaw Massacre #1 from the, I think that's the special #1. And it's really cool because they have like a red foil variant, a platinum variant, a prism variant, and if you can get the blue foil variant, those are very limited print run. But I only paid $5 for it. He had 10 on it, and remember these were half off. This is Nightmare on Elm Street #1, and I think I paid like $7.50 because I think he had 15 on it. This I bought at a mall show, and this was months ago. I think I paid $25 for this. This is what started it. This is the first horror book I had bought. Friday the 13th, #1 by Wildstorm. That is a awesome cover. Love that cover. So it was the only book I bought while I was at that show, and they only had 2 comic vendors. It was really like a Pokemon card show, but they did have 2 comic book vendors. So happy to pick that up for $25. Then this was part of the show in Dayton. Sorry, I'm all over the place where I got this stuff. And plus, some of these are in cases because I put them on my wall. But this is Infamous #1. One of my favorite video games. And it's like a super low print run. I paid $20, I believe. And then this was part of the Indianapolis show. This is the last book I got there. I've been looking for this for a while. This is Wolverine #36. First appearance of Helverine. He had 50 on it, but he was also offering half off. So I got that for $25, and it's in super nice shape. So super happy to pick that up. Now we're going to get into some bigger keys. So this one, I mean, it's like a semi-big key, I guess. It should be bigger than what it is. But this is DC Comics Presents #26. First appearance of Raven, Cyborg, and Starfire, right? Yeah, I think that's the new Teen Titans, basically. The ones that are Teen Titan Go. I picked this up for $40. It's probably around a 6.0. But for $40, I couldn't let it sit there. So picked that up from one of my LCSs. And then this one is Iron Man #55. First Thanos. Got this for about $220. It does have a major issue. The top here, that staple is not attached to the book. It's all hanging on at this staple. So, it is what it is. That's why it was $220. But still, it's complete. It's still all there. I just got to be careful with it. I can never probably take this out and really read it or anything like that. I'm going to probably try to upgrade it. But if I never do, I still have this copy. I did a long time ago. I had a CGC 5.0, but I'm always selling and willing and dealing. So who knows? I'm not sure if I'll keep this. But like I said, it's complete. Just the whole center, all this right here is detached from the staple. It's still there. But, for $220, not too bad. Got this. This is Avengers #8. Had to wait until this calmed down. The first appearance of Kang. Picked this up for $150. It's probably around a 3.0. And like I said, this Iron Man's probably like a 3.0 to 4, even with that major issue. Then I picked this up. I gotta get my Spider-Mans back. Amazing Spider-Man #41. This is the first appearance of Rhino, and that's a 5.0. And I traded some Invincible books for this. So I had some Invincible keys. Probably should have kept the Invincible keys, but I believe after that show is done, Invincible keys will probably calm down and become more affordable. Could be wrong. Could be like The Walking Dead, or I could be wrong and it could trend and still carry value. Who knows? Not really a big Invincible fan. I do like the show. So it doesn't really matter to me if I do have the Invincible. I just like the Invincible books because they're low print run. But I'd rather have this over some Invincible books. I think I traded like 3 or 4 and they were key issues. But yeah, super happy to pick that back up. And last but not least, picked up Batman 232. And it's a PGX. But this is... Actually, it might be a little better than a 6.5. I think they kind of undergraded it a little bit. If anything, it's probably like a 7, so they're not far off. But got this for $400. super happy to add this Neil Adams cover back into the collection. So, like I said, I've been picking up books, just haven't really got around to making a haul. I'm busy with kids. And then it's like by the time I get home and stuff, I'm like, am I really? But I'm on vacation this week. I'm about to go to Michigan, so we'll see if we bring some books home from that. But I will try to make hauls more frequently, and I'm sure I've said that in the past. But super happy to make this haul and get these books put up. So hope you guys enjoy. And thanks for watching. Bye.